Welcome dear viewers here to the hotel review, today Holiday Inn Express, Göttingen. We have just arrived by car. The approach has its pitfalls, because the hotel is located on Karl-Zeiss-Straße 1. However, our navigation device was not yet familiar with number 1, because the hotel is still brand new. Then we entered the number 5 as an alternative. Number 5, however, is on the opposite side of a park. So the hotel cannot be reached from there, but you have to drive a wide arc around the district. So we had to look for something until we finally found the hotel. But now we are here. My room number is 430 on the 4th floor. Let's start with our tour of the room. We start at the door. Here we have the escape route map. As you can see, it is a fairly simple rectangular floor plan. We have a peephole so that you can see who is outside and a lock. The door is opened from the outside with a key card. I just realized that we have to insert the key card in here too so that we have light in the room. Here on the right we have an open wardrobe. The trash can is placed at the bottom. At the top we have 6 hangers. High quality in wood. There is nothing to complain about. Above that a small, open compartment. The luggage rack is right next to it. Including the safe and a stool. On the other hand, there is even an ironing board and iron, conveniently stowed away with a matching socket underneath. The point of this kind of hook here doesn't really make sense to me. Seems to be more a matter of design than function. This is where the table is. This also looks very good. However, there is limited space for working. A notebook fits on it, but there isn't much more space left. Next to the table there is a beautiful design armchair. It's very comfortable in there. It can therefore be used both for relaxation and for work. Two sockets are right next to the table. These are not only useful for working, but also for charging devices that can then be placed on the table. Now we come to the area with the bed. There is also a socket here, even with an additional USB charging port. So if you want to have your phone close by at night, you are well served here. Such a charging port would also have been desirable at the table. I like those reading lamps by the bed. They can easily be adjusted and stowed away again without getting in the way. The 2 light switches on the bed are one for the small spotlights and one for the wall and indirect lighting on the television, which looks very good. The bed itself, like the hotel, is of course brand new. The mattress is thick and of high quality. Pillows and duvets also make a very good impression. A mattress protector is also pulled up under the sheet, which always makes sense in a hotel. The smell in the entire room is also brand new. Almost a bit like in a new car. The room has a floor-to-ceiling window. Unfortunately, it can only be tilted and not fully opened. That's enough for a little fresh air. But you can't lean out. The television is state-of-the-art and for a standard room of enormous size. The remote control is right under the device. There is a kettle, cups, and spoons, as well as some tea and instant coffee. That was it from the room itself. As always, we also take a look at the bathroom. The bathroom with its indirect lighting behind the sink is very appealing. The lighting is not too bright but sufficient and pleasant. Soap is offered in a dispenser. Soaps, shampoo and so on in small bottles and packets are not used here. This is now the case in many standard and mid-range hotels. The towels are also new and of a decent quality. There is plenty of storage space under the sink. Likewise to the left and right of it. There is also a hair dryer. The shower is almost at ground level. There is only a tiny little step. Since the glass wall is fixed, the entrance to the shower is very narrow. I don't fit straight through this opening, but have to turn sideways so I can enter the shower. This could be a little difficult for obese people. Even I find it uncomfortable, and would have liked an alternative here. Another problem is that you cannot close this entrance area, so that the bathroom will inevitably get wet when you shower. At first glance, the bathroom looks clean. Let's see if it can withstand our later test with the black light. All in all, the room and bathroom leave a very nice and inviting impression. I can't say very much about the location of the hotel at the moment. It should be located near the main train station. However, since we came by car, I can only confirm the information about the situation after we have moved around a little ourselves. I will inform you about this later. I almost forgot about the air conditioning. This is currently very welcome, as it is quite warm outside and it should be even hotter tomorrow. I will now quickly unpack my black light and then we take a look in the bathroom to check the cleanliness. And let's go. I can just see that the lighting in the bathroom is split in two. This is of course very pleasant if, for example, you have to go to the bathroom quickly at night. In this case, the low level of lighting is very pleasant for the eyes. What I can see at first glance are just a few specks of dust on the sink. I don't see any water stains or other soiling. Walls and mirrors are also cleaned very thoroughly. Only down here on the shelf is there not only some dust but also a small stain that you probably overlooked while cleaning. The dust is relatively natural. Due to the dry weather, it quickly settles everywhere. especially since the hotel is still very new and some materials, such as carpets, fluff or dust even more. The room may have been unoccupied for a few days due to COVID. Because apart from the dust, I cannot perceive any dirt that would indicate inadequate cleaning. The floor and the toilet also give no cause for complaint. So all in all, nothing more than a little dust, which, as I explained before, I also attribute to the fact that the house is still very new. I am very satisfied with the result. Good morning and refreshed in the day. The first night is over now. I've just taken a shower and I'm off to breakfast. I will then also report on that. There are currently some particularities at breakfast due to COVID. Breakfast is included in the room rate. At the moment, however, only a certain number of people are allowed in the breakfast room. So you have to register a time slot in advance when you want to have breakfast. The time frames always start at past and last until 15 minutes past the hour. The following 15 minutes are used to clean and disinfect the breakfast room. We booked our breakfast for 9:30 because we were a little tired from the long journey and wanted to sleep a little longer. The first night in the hotel I slept very well. The curtains can be closed quite well. I deliberately left a small gap open for better orientation in the room. But if you want, you can close this gap even better. The bed is definitely a bit on the harder side. The mattress topper compensates for this somewhat. I think most of them will like the bed. Personally, it's almost a little too tight for me. It was also very quiet in the house all night. As for the shower, my fears came true. It is not possible to shower without the water splashing and running in the bathroom. It would be nice if you could close the shower with a sliding door. But overall it would have helped if the attachment for the shower head had been mounted further in the corner. I also noticed another point of criticism when taking a shower. The dispenser with the shower gel was empty. This is of course a bit annoying. Especially if you only realize it while you are showering. But it's also human. After all, hotel rooms are only set up by people and they sometimes overlook something. So I don't want to make a big drama out of it. But you can see from this that mistakes are made even in a mid-range hotel. The overnight stay with breakfast cost us €75. So this hotel is already in the upper price range for my reviews. The air conditioning works very well and is pleasantly quiet. The temperature can be easily adjusted. All in all, I think €75 per night is a fair and reasonable price for the service, especially when you consider that breakfast is included. However, I always say for a decent breakfast you pay around €10 even in a cafe, so you have to include this value in the assessment of the room price. Then another update on the location. The hotel is about 5 minutes walk from the main train station. From there it is another 5 minutes to the beginning of the city center. Finally, a look at the area around the hotel on the second evening of our stay. For breakfast I can also say that this was not currently offered as a self-service buffet, due to COVID. However, it was a kind of self-service, in which the individual dishes were served by an employee of the hotel. Even if the choice of dishes was a bit limited as a result, there was something suitable for every taste. I found that the situation was resolved so well. In conclusion, I can say that I can recommend the Holiday Inn Express in Göttingen to anyone looking for a modern, mid-range hotel. If you have any questions, drop me a line in the comments below. With that I end my hotel review and say thank you for watching.